you were never called a Satanist, if you were never been accused of being
doing
in the
satanic
Illuminati, you are not making it as an artist.
Halo semuanya, kembali lagi di podcast Unexplained. Dan kali ini kita kedatangan tamu yang spesial banget nih. I think he's a fashion icon in this industry in Jakarta, South Jakarta, may I say?
In the making, I hope.
Alright, go for it. He's your
making.
stage girl. Like,
Hello.
tell me what's your name and what you do for work or whatever.
Hello, everybody. My name is Arvin Kaysan. I am currently working in fashion as a fashion designer and also an assistant designer.
Wow.
I specialize in corsets, actually.
Oh, cool.
And I would say right now, as of for now, I am working both as a freelance designer and also I am working under a brand as an assistant designer.
For how long did you like been to the industry, like fashion industry?
I would say kayak terjunnya, benar-benar terjunnya itu dari tahun 2021.
Damn.
I would say I started off dari making my own corsets. Like I would make passion projects actually. Back then it was like quarantine, like we had nothing to do.
Yeah.
And you know,
Like I think we all bored as fuck at that time.
oh yeah, bored and kind of depressed, but
Yeah.
you know, it is how it is. And I had an internet connection, scrap fabric and vibes, and I just researched a lot about fashion and corsetry. And aku udah ada basic dari SMK sebenarnya.
Wow.
Jadi aku udah tahu cara menjahit tuh kayak gimana, tapi untuk pola aku riset sendiri gitu.
I mean, kayak itu udah jadi hobi lo dari like when you're in school, right?
Yeah. Then actually it started way back. I'm a hardcore monster actually. I'm a hardcore little monster. So back then, actually, I would say Gaga was my segue to fashion.
Don't we all?
I know, she's iconic. She's mother. She's mother, and she actually introduced me to Alexander McQueen.
Of here.
Yeah, so that's when I kind of did my own thing from there. Dan dari situ I'm very obsessed with fashion gitu. And then from those passion projects, a lot of stylists found me.
Like who? Name them.
Name them. Oh my god. Stylist pertama yang minjem korset aku itu Kalisda actually. Kalisda Fathia. And then dari
so
situ,
cool.
yeah, it was for a test shoot actually. Dan dari situ tuh kayak menjadi semacam ripple effect gitu. And then dari situ my corsets were worn by a lot of celebrities.
Wow.
I would say. Yeah. Kayak yang paling baru itu I made a dress for Bernadia. I made corset for Bernadia and also Yura Yunita. She's a frequent wearer of my corsets actually.
Ooh.
Yeah. Dulu itu tapi yang pertama kali banget
Reach out to you?
Iya, yang pertama kali banget yang menurut aku yang kayak wow, this is big. My corset was actually in Dewi magazine.
Damn.
Ya, yang pakai itu Prilly sama Tisa Bian.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
How lucky she is to wear one of your...
I'm lucky. I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky. I was like 20 at the time.
Oh,
so it was really crazy. It was really crazy. Yeah.
I'm sure that you're so good at what you do.
I hope
fashion.
so. I try.
And also, like, I think fashion and pop culture is very connected.
Very. It's so closely intertwined.
Exactly. So that's why we invited you here today, because we want to talk about pop culture. Kita mau bahas tentang kayak pop culture kayak dari beberapa segi industri nih. It's either music, fashion, films, or whatever.
I'm very excited. I'm so honored to be here.
Tentang apa ya pop culture sendiri, lo tuh seberapa obsesi sama topik itu?
Well, now as I mentioned,
let's talk about it.
Right. I have something.
Let's get the tea.
Right, Sabrina. I have something to talk about. Right, I have something to talk about. Okay. So kalau kita kayak bener-bener ke asal muasalnya ya, my obsession with pop culture. My dad was a Madonna fan.
Oh really?
Jadi ayah aku itu yang mengenalkan aku ke Madonna.
What?
Iya.
Gak lewat internet? Gak lewat?
It was a vinyl.
Oh my god.
Old school.
He has a fucking taste.
Old school. Oh ya, dia tuh suka Madonna, dia suka Bjork. Jadi
Bjork
album,
also, what the
dia
hell?
tuh punya CD album Post from Bjork. Tapi sebenarnya yang bikin aku jatuh cinta sama diva-diva besar dunia ini itu Papa aku itu sebenarnya he showed me the Blonde Ambition World Tour. Jadi
okay.
vinylnya itu it's not actually like a listening like an album vinyl, an audio vinyl. It was actually a video vinyl.
Oh.
Jadi dulu kita ada kayak player and everything. And then he showed me the concert. I was like 6. It was very inappropriate. Ada cone bra dan kayak everything.
Oh my god, how
very
iconic that outfit is.
Yes, cuma kayak my dad was like, "Oke, kamu jangan lihat bagian ini." Tapi aku yang kayak
I'm gonna like take a look a little bit.
Yeah, and then that's my first introduction to the divadom.
Wow.
And then from then on gradually dengan aku juga sebenarnya aku tuh fashion itu tuh nggak langsung. Sebenarnya background aku itu lebih di seni ilustrasi sebenarnya. I would say I love
Still
arts.
connected though.
Very connected. I loved arts. I also did theater and dance, traditional dancing. So it was like a lot of thing. I'm a very artistic kid since the beginning. Tapi aku tuh selalu, I'm always drawn to strong females, strong women. It's such a, for me, it's such a beacon of hope to see like a very, like a girl who does not. Can I curse here?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
I already curse.
Oh, you already cursed? Okay. Like it's so, for me, it's so empowering to see a girl who just don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Just doing their own thing.
Yeah, Madonna didn't care. I think she pushed so many boundaries.
Yeah, exactly.
During her time, which is still up until
right now.
She is like 67 in a corset with no bra. You know, like she does not care. You know, and I love that. Jadi kayak dari dulu aku sangat suka sama pop culture. Like I would say pas SD tuh it was the big divas like Lady Gaga, the likes of Gaga, Katy Perry.
Exactly.
Yeah, Gaga, Katy Perry, Beyonce. You know, kayak it was that.
The origin of diva.
Yes, and then pas SMP I discovered Tumblr.
Oh.
See, yeah. Now that's when I got into like Grimes and Lana and Marina. Yeah.
I mean, that's how they're born and popularized.
Yeah,
that era.
They run that shit like the Navy. I must say.
I think Tumblr. They're like I think they need some checks, you know.
They need some checks. Some checks must be cleared. Tumblr, pay them.
Okay, let's talk about pop culture.
Yes.
Kita mau ngomong soal music nih, pertama-tama nih. Like, I'm wondering kayak tahun 2023, 24 itu kayak kayak 2025 even loh. Kayak there's still like song like summer song gitu loh. Kayak Sabrina Carpenter with Espresso.
Yeah.
I think it's back in 2024.
Yeah.
And 2025, I would say is Abracadabra. I would say that.
Oh,
I don't know about
so
the other
good.
song, but this year I feel like nggak ada lagu yang kayak ngehits banget. Kayak,
Really?
Don't you think?
You think so?
Do you have name some of the song maybe that I don't know?
Okay. Well, personally, I'm having a Madonna summer.
All right.
Personally, I am having a Madonna summer. She just released Confessions too.
Yeah.
The pop Bible, I would say.
Yes.
Her big comeback.
Exactly.
Kayak, that's my opong right there. Like that's my granny, you know? Tapi gini, menurut aku tuh, aku ada teori. I have a theory why you felt that way.
All right.
I think with the way people consume media now, everything is very oversaturated.
Yeah.
Menurut aku.
Especially in this streaming era of music.
Yeah, I feel like there, I wouldn't say there's necessarily no summer songs ever. Karena kayak we had Brat Summer, we had Zara Larsson. we had Zara Summer.
But I think it was like last year, Zara.
Is it?
But she's still.
Time is a concept.
Time
is a concept.
But she's still like, she still made it this year.
Summer's not over yet, babe.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I think menurut aku sekarang itu the way people consume media, I feel like everybody has their own niche now. You know. Menurut aku semua orang tuh udah ada niche masing-masing.
Yeah.
I feel like
it's not for everyone.
It's not for everyone. So I think everybody's summer songs are very different, I would say.
Yeah. It depends on the person that has different taste or genre to consume the music.
Totally.
Okay, talking about the streaming service, is the algorithm music kayak streaming service as I mentioned before is killing the music, because I have several example like this Billboard article that I'm gonna quote. is Lizzo says social media algorithms are destroying the music industry and messing up her album promo. Do you agree?
No. I'm
Why?
sorry, no. Okay. Tapi gini, I have to preface this by saying I am no music connoisseur. I don't work in the music industry.
Yeah.
So I'm not an expert per
But
se.
you're gonna like view
technically.
it. You're gonna view it as a, like a
I can
consumer.
Yeah, I can give it like a point of view as a listener,
Yes.
maybe.
Yes. Listener.
Okay, here's the thing. I feel like right now, as somebody who avidly listens to music, menurut aku tuh people will find your work.
Yeah.
Right now, I feel like sistemnya tuh udah nggak kayak dulu lagi yang kayak very yang sangat
Very underground. Like you have to like go into the club or
Yeah.
seeing the artists.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
actually, I miss artists in their Kia era with very tight budget and horrible wigs. I miss it. Now everything has to be polished.
yeah, everything has to be like TikTok music.
No,
like
yeah,
TikTok
yeah,
challenge.
yeah.
like,
But
yeah.
I would say, karena aku juga I actually listen to a lot of artists yang mungkin nggak sepopuler itu. And then they would have their big break, right?
Alright.
Kayak, for example, Charlie, people did not understand her when Pop 2 came out. You know, kayak they thought it was pots and pans music, which sorry to them. You know, but I feel like once she put out something that resonates with a lot of people, people will find their way to her music.
Yeah.
Jadi menurut aku tuh there is no such thing as instant gratification in today's modern age of
Yeah.
music. Gitu loh, the way we consume music. I feel like resurgence is such a big thing now. Like, you know, dari nama-nama yang tadi kita sebutin, Zara Larsson, Charlie XCX, even Sabrina Slater, yang paling baru itu Slater, Sabrina Carpenter.
Sabrina, yeah.
Kayak they have been making music for quite some time.
Yeah, but people haven't like noticing it or even finding out their
Yeah.
artwork yet.
Yeah.
Gitu.
Jadi kayak I think now people's big breaks take so much longer for some reason.
For years.
For
I think.
years, you know, unlike, you know, when Gaga came out, she came out swinging with her horrible wig.
Yeah, like kayak di beginning karirnya tuh kayak setahun 2 tahun gak sih dia like
Setahun,
made it
like-
to like the mainstream.
Yeah. Dan kayak she goes bar to bar with the same outfits every time, singing the same songs, begging for DJs to play her songs. But now it's not the case anymore, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's breaking through
Yeah.
is kind of like, and also like rebranding yourself is kind of like important. Okay.
Very.
Talking about the breaking through, di 2026 ini kayak apakah lebih penting kayak punya lagu bagus atau kayak persona yang menarik? What do you think? Or even you can say like both or whatever.
I would say because karena aku penggiat seni ya. Menurut aku core paling utamanya you have to have good music.
Yes.
Kayak lu
Like
harus
good shit.
Yeah, you have to gini. The thing is why the likes of Madonna and Gaga works. It's because they actually have good music and good stuff to back it up. Menurut aku tuh kayak
Also good talent.
good talent. You know, with Charlie, kayak she goes so ham on her production. Kayak, she said it herself, she is not necessarily a vocalist. But she has a vision. Kayak dia tuh punya visi yang kayak very, very groundbreaking. Menurut aku, gak ada orang yang
Like
mempopulerasi
outsmarted her gitu
yang
lah.
kayak yang punya visi kayak dia in this modern age, or at least yang berhasil mempopulerkan hyperpop and experimental music to the zeitgeist. Itu menurut aku kayak Sophie, Charlie itu kayak they did it. So menurut aku branding itu tentu penting.
It's kind of important, yeah.
It's very important. Kayak visual language at the end of the day is very important. Kayak orang-orang tuh ya pasti akan tertarik melihat album juga ya karena the artwork is nice, you know, art directionnya bagus banget gitu loh. Jadi kayak I would say it is important, but I think at heart you gotta have the good shit. You know, kayak ya kamu harus punya musik yang bagus, kamu harus punya diskografi yang bagus juga.
Also like you don't have like lo nggak harus kayak nggak cuma making music but also like pouring your heart into it.
Yes, it has to be
Sometimes
true.
we can tell the different. Kadang kalau misalnya artwork lo tuh, did you really mean it or did you like working it as like maybe like for commercial purpose or like it's not like for art purpose. Sometimes artists like made it through like like made it big because they don't care about this sales things. They don't care about this commercial thing. They just made it like for the art itself. Gitu loh.
Yeah, for the art, not the chart.
Alright, so next question. Kayak bisa nggak sih kayak musisi itu kayak bersukses hanya bermodal musik tanpa strategi branding? Did you still working?
Well, I would say kayak it depends on like your vision as an artist. Karena emang beberapa musisi itu mereka bahkan nggak mau terkenal. They hate fame. Kayak they don't necessarily want all the glitz and the glam. You know, kayak I'm just here to solely put out my shit and go. And that's fine. But kalau misalkan konteks sukses di sini itu adalah mainstream audience, kayak charts. You know, kayak you dominate. You know, Spotify
sales,
streams or whatever.
Charting.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I think personal branding is very important. Like kalau misalkan kita, I'm gonna kayak. For an example, Nona,
Nona.
our lovely girl group, Rollerblade, kayak ya kita kalau misalkan ngedengar nama Nona, ya kita udah tahu branding mereka itu apa, Island Girl, you know, kayak a lot of French, you know, kayak kayak apa ya?
Very slick dresses
gitu loh. Jadi I would say personal branding is very important.
Yeah.
Karena ya lagi-lagi orang-orang pasti mau sesuatu yang bisa mengingatkan mereka kepada kamu.
Yeah, with
gitu
someone gitu loh.
Yeah.
Like I think like first impression is really important.
Yeah.
Gitu. Not only like kita sebagai personal ya, individual, tapi juga kayak as an artist it's gitu. Yeah, but talking about kayak apa sih namanya personal branding gitu tanpa strategi branding kayak gitu-gitu. Charli XCX just like recently made a comment about it. Like, I mean, it's coming from the Brad Queen herself. Gitu.
Yeah.
She recently tweeted like, all right, let me read it because I don't want to misquote what her saying. So, she said that truly believe anti-marketing will become a thing soon. Still marketing, but it's just a different approach, more intimate, personal, private, one-on-one, less about the projection of scale. I'm into it. She said that. Do you think like maybe like she's kind of like see the vision of anti-marketing as like how do I say it, like made it through the industry music right now, maybe in the future, not right now, because right now still marketing is still important,
very much a thing.
It's still a thing right now.
People are I think it bisa jadi sih.
Bisa jadi.
I don't necessarily I'm not sure how that would work.
Okay.
But I'm very intrigued by it karena it does sound very refreshing.
Yeah.
Tapi dengan sekarang resurgence subculture lagi with TikTok and everything, like the kids are starting.
I think it's kind of like ruining the whole like music.
Really?
The TikTok thing, yeah.
Right?
It's kind of for me,
Yeah.
For me individually, like it's kind of like take away the art from itself, like the music itself. Sometimes like I think there's like artists like I'm gonna mention name like Halsey.
Yeah.
She made a statement about it because she's kind of like kayak merasa let down by her current label by Capitol Records.
Yeah.
Kayak dia making music tapi kayak disuruh buat TikTok.
Right.
Gitu. If she wanna make like mau ngeluarin single, she have to like make a TikTok about it before she actually releasing it.
It's like a humiliation ritual.
Yeah. That's the correct word.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like for me it's kind of ruining the whole thing, the music.
Yeah. I do. It is a phenomenon now karena then again with label executives and everything.
Yeah.
They don't really care about the art that you're making. They care about the revenue, you know. So I understand where she's coming from. I really do.
All right. Still talking about breaking through though.
Yep.
Currently, there's a new term in this internet whole thing about the Kia Asylum. Do you know what a Kia Asylum is?
Perhaps I do. I am quite familiar with the Kia Asylum. No, because karena kebanyakan penyanyi-penyanyi yang aku dengerin itu they were from the Kia Asylum. Some of them are still, but you know what? I kind of don't want some of them to be out. I like to have my own like treasure, like you know,
like to enjoy.
You don't know this singer? Oh, too bad. Yeah, but with all due respect to Kia, the rapper, karena you do know the origin, right?
Yeah, I know
of
her.
the Kia Asylum term. It's so funny.
Okay, for any of you that don't know, that is Kia Asylum is coming from the name of the rapper.
Yeah,
the
she's a rapper.
Yeah,
She's
from
a rapper.
the US or
From America.
Yeah, the America. So yeah, that's the Kia Asylum.
Yeah.
Mean.
I love the Kia Asylum. I don't know.
me too.
I don't think being a Kia is a bad thing.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think being a Kia is a bad thing?
No, it's not a bad thing because actually recently like BB Rexa, she made a whole branding about it because about her current like projects,
No,
her album.
because people kept on saying that she's a
in the
Kia.
Kia Asylum.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's not a bad thing. At least you want to embrace it.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least you wanna like lo bangga dengan itu, dengan lo without like malu atau apapun itu.
Yeah.
I think it's not a bad thing for me.
I have something to say about it though.
Go say, girl.
I feel like everybody should went through a Kia Asylum era.
Yeah.
I definitely do. It's very much so kayak it builds character. Menurut aku, I think being in a Kia Asylum is not a bad thing. I don't know. I don't think so. Karena you have more time to be in touch with your craft.
Yeah.
Then you can focus more on the world building.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like people associate being a Kia as a bad thing. I feel like it's an integral part of being an artist.
Yeah. I think it's what makes the artist like find their way to the
Yeah.
industry. I think how to like break through to industry sometimes because you have to like humble yourself in this industry. You don't have to like go big in the beginning of your era. You know,
and I feel like some artists just I think they want to be in the Kia Asylum. I don't think like some artists they just I think I'm comfortable here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Alright, I want to piggyback about the branding. Now, kenapa sih branding sekarang terasa lebih penting gitu daripada maybe the art or album itself gitu?
I feel like nowadays, I mean, I think we are such visual people. Kayak I think right now more than ever, visual language is very important, especially with the likes of TikTok, you know, Instagram, social media. I feel like
in general.
now, like back then, you could be an artist and people would only know you from your albums, you know, from your album booklet, from your magazine covers, you know. They don't necessarily see you as a person. Now, unfortunately, because of, I don't know if it's unfortunate, but because of social media, now everybody knows like who you are.
Yeah.
Like, did you go to Tesco's last week? Gitu lah, ngerti gak sih? Kayak, what did you buy at Walgreens? You know? Jadi, I would say it is important now more than ever for you to brand yourself.
Okay. Alright. Talking about the branding, what do you think about I think we're entering the era kayak di mana tuh musisi harus menjadi content creator, as we mentioned before, menjadi musisi. So what's your take on that gitu? Do you have to be a content creator to be like a musician, or do you have to be like maybe like go to bar or go to like certain festival concert to make your name big? Gitu?
Jujur kalau menurut aku pribadi, you kind of don't have to.
You don't have to be a content creator?
No, I don't think so. I feel like then again, mungkin ini juga it says a lot about my idealism as an artist. If your stuff is good enough, people will find you.
Yeah.
I feel like if you really value your artistic integrity, if you honor your vision, and you put everything into that
your artwork, into your music, it's not just music though. It's like into your artwork, like in the fashion industry, like yourself. Gitu kayak.
Thank you.
What else? In the like. Industry creative, like in general gitu.
I feel like lagi-lagi sebenarnya tuh ini tergantung konteks. If you wanna go mainstream, then girl go make that TikTok. Like go spam your account with those songs, girl. Like go. But you know, lagi-lagi itu kayak balik lagi ke idealisme sendiri kan.
Sama masing-masing.
But if you're a good artist, people will find your work. Trust.
Yeah, you're gonna like use any kind of like source that made it big to your name gitu loh.
Yeah.
So okay. So next question, siapa sih musisi yang menurut lo kayak memiliki branding paling kuat sekarang ini dan kenapa? Yes.
Damn. Banyak lagi.
Iya, go name them.
Jujur banyak karena kayak on top of my head ya.
Yeah.
Charlie is very strong, very strong. Branding dia strong banget.
Bener.
Chapel is also very strong actually.
Yeah, but right now she's kind of like
Dia lagi
turun
dia lagi
gitu gak sih?
istirahat. Dia
Really?
lagi she's taking her time. But you know,
But yeah, she has a strong like,
very strong
aura.
branding, very strong
Branding.
aura. Kayak one day she's gonna put that clown white foundation on back,
And people
go
are
back
gonna
on
like
stage.
recognize her
Yes, and we'll eat
immediately.
it up. I would say Zara also.
Yeah.
Like previously, I would say dari segi branding ya,
Okay.
she's a talented musician.
She is.
Tapi
Also, like
dari-
she has like amazing vocals.
Yeah,
Also.
tapi yes, very like she's kind of like Beyonce's child a bit. Like I don't know. That's a huge claim.
yeah, she is.
Huge claim.
She's kind of like taking inspirational from Beyonce, herself.
Like she's her daughter.
Like
you know.
from many her interviews. I think.
yeah. Then her branding is amazing now.
Yeah, right now.
Like she came out of the gate swinging with that damn dolphin meme, and I love that. I love
like
that.
I think she's still milking it.
No, but no, in a sense, you know, like I love that for her.
Yeah.
I'm excited what she will come up with next, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're gonna move on to virality. Nah, kayak menurut lo tuh kayak viral sendiri, misalnya kayak Twitter or X gitu, masih membuat lagu itu meledak nggak sih? Atau kekuatannya kayak udah berpindah ke TikTok? Karena kita tahu sendiri kan kayak Midnight Sun itu kan actually coming from the Twitter
Yeah.
bubble.
Yeah.
Gitu before the TikTok
Yeah.
finding out gitu loh.
It's always like that with TikTok people. Whoa,
Yeah.
sorry.
Controversial, but
No, no, they're gonna jump me. But no, but I feel like okay. I think both of them are equally powerful. Karena menurut aku, Twitter is where all the shit posting happens.
Yeah.
And that's
People-
where the
people are-
joke
yeah.
came in.
Uh-huh.
And then TikTok is where people made it more accessible. Yang kayak
made it like
reaches-
viral, made it like a big thing.
Yeah, jadi kayak you know, I feel like it's okay. People on TikTok are catching up
Catching
to,
up,
to the,
yeah.
the Twitter jokes, but I think we work hand in hand together. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like how do I say it? Kayak anak tiri terus kayak
Yeah.
sama anak apa sih?
Yeah,
anak kandung
yeah,
apa-apalah
yeah,
kayak
yeah.
but they still connected to each other gitu loh.
Yeah.
Alright, still virality kayak berapa persen sih kesuksesan lagu itu hari ini ditentukan oleh musik? Kayak berapa persen juga oleh meme or branding gitu? For you. Kalau gue
Shit.
sih
How about you?
maybe like I don't know ya, kalau meme branding gitu kayak 60%
Yeah.
right now ya in the current
Really?
in the current industry music right now, and then the rest of it 40% I think it's come from
Yeah.
the music
Jujur,
itself.
I see it sih. Kayak karena sekarang tuh semua jadi meme. I think everything is
Yeah.
memeable. I think everybody will tweet about the stupidest thing ever.
And it made it big.
Unfortunately, meme won this time.
Yeah.
But please have good music to back
Yeah,
it up.
please, can you guys like made a music first
Right.
before the branding or
I think the
whatever
meme
it
will
is
come
marketing?
later. Yeah, I think the meme will come either way. Eventually.
And also, I wanna like piggyback again about the meme stuff. Zara also talks about the viral dolphin memes.
Yeah.
Like new music, being obsessed with Ted McRae and Sabrina Carpenter. Like, do you think the meme is gonna like holding on to your career? Like sometimes like people are gonna associate your art with meme or just saying like as a joke. Maybe. Do you agree with that? Sometimes artists wanna like distance themselves with the meme
With the
and
meme.
stuff. Yeah.
I feel like you have to be very clever about it. Karena
Okay.
gue ngerti banget. I feel like you can use that as like a stepping stone, but you have, as an artist, you have to be very clever to use that momentum itu tuh kayak you have to grab it. And then from then on, you have to be able to like captivate your audience with something else.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like it could be either or. Kayak unfortunately, if you are not clever enough to pivot it
Yeah.
and said here,
Made a separate about it.
Yeah, like here I have other works that are really good, you know. Tapi you know,
I think it's like there's a real case about it, like Katy Perry. I think it's like
Oh,
she made it huge
God
with
bless
the
her.
I think like what is it, like shark meme?
Yeah.
And then
No,
she's trying like through releasing her good music, and then people are still apa ya, kayak menganggap dia tuh kayak as a joke gitu loh.
Yeah, I think it's because the way she also
Acting?
yeah, because
I agree with that one.
No, because okay, like what with me? I'm a kitty cat. Okay, don't
me
jump me. Cuman kayak she likes to reference it too much.
Yeah. And
She
it's kinda like
referenced it a
tiring.
lot. She referenced it a lot because she wants to.
Oh my god, kitty cats are gonna finding in this
I
video.
know, I'm sorry, but I love one of the boys. Okay, I love Mannequin. Okay, I'm an OG kitty cat. Don't jump me. Okay, but she does reference her meme a lot. So I get why people associate her as an unserious person. You know, because she wants to be funny.
Yeah,
you know?
she wanna like owning it.
Yeah.
Also,
She owned it too much.
okay, I want to still talking about pop culture and also like the music industry. But in this one is about a music video. Menurut lo sendiri, kayak masih banyak gak sih kayak orang-orang yang nonton musik video, apalagi di zaman era AI and short form of content? Kayak kadang kayak beberapa artis tuh kayak spending like millions of dollars into music video, and right now ada AI segala macam, kayak mereka gampang banget buat kayak gitu, mempermudah gitu. Menurut lo gimana sih? Masih relevan gak sih musik video itu sekarang?
Yes, music video is still very relevant, at least to me.
Yeah.
I love like, you know, I used to have like I even still have like music video marathons on, you know, whenever I visit my friend's place. I think it's such a
Yeah, like can I say like the music video night?
yeah, music video night.
The one
But-
that gets it.
Yeah, but I think people underestimate how music videos contribute to world building.
Yeah.
Kayak if you have an era as an artist dan musik video kamu itu matches it, even sometimes people would look at like a performance or a music video dan kayak baru gue suka nih lagu ini gitu lah. Kayak because you see yourself in it. You see yourself in that scenery, or you recall that very iconic performance. Jadi I would say music videos are very
It's still important right now. Even though the YouTube is kind of like flopping, like the views is kind of like dropping.
Because
like
now
it used to, like sometimes like artists putting out music video in just like 1 year, it has like $1 billion. 1 billion views, and right now it's just like what 30 million views, like 40. Like the maximum is like 100 million views.
Kayak sekarang tuh menurut aku artis-artis udah mulai nge-upload full length music videos on Twitter too. I saw that.
Yeah.
I think
like,
it's just a matter
I think
of
there's a case about it, like I don't know who to name. Like I think like Charlie, I think she kind of like uploaded some of her stuff on Twitter. Also, I think
but music videos are very important. I have no comment about AI though.
Oh, all right. So I'm gonna mention a little bit about AI.
Okay.
But because there's several like artists on like Spotify, and even like not only Spotify but like in YouTube gitu, kayak ada salah satunya gue mentionnya like Sexy Rat. She used AI in one of her music video, and also like there's this like one person like twerking, and then after that kepalanya tuh
she's
kayak
like deformed.
She's like kayak kesurupan exorcising kayak gitu.
That's
like,
me. That would be me.
Kayak gimana ya? Lu setuju gak sih pemakaian AI di musik video gitu?
Can I say something? I've been saying a lot of things. I don't think about AI. I'm sorry. I think AI sucks the soul out of an artwork, out of anything. Listen. Artificial intelligence has been around us for
ages.
Like,
I think for a decade.
For decades.
Yeah.
But I feel like back then, I don't know when did it became the Demogorgon that it is today.
Like commercialized,
yeah. Now people are so easy to access it, and I feel like with art, then again we're talking about art. What makes a good art is that it has soul in it. And I feel like with AI, it just, if you rely on it fully,
it just doesn't connect.
It's soulless.
Yeah,
you know,
soulless.
it's just like it's just like a collection of data. I feel like AI is the toilet of art.
Yeah.
But I do understand. I do understand that some artists do it. Karena kadang-kadang juga itu tuh it's not up to them.
Yeah.
Sometimes the label would have budget cuts and everything.
Exactly.
Jadi
Like there's something like force them to do
yeah,
it gitu loh.
Kayak aku tuh ngerti kalau misalkan di company-company gede atau mungkin di company-company kecil, I don't know, in companies I guess, that people use AI or even encouraged to use AI because of budget cuts.
Yeah.
It cuts a lot of budgets.
Yeah. It forces
So-
people
Yeah.
to do something that they don't want it in the first
Yeah.
place, but they have to make a living.
No, it cuts a lot of budget, but it also cuts a lot of water. But anywho, I get it. Kayak kalau dari situ aku ngerti, tapi secara pribadi,
Okay.
for me, I couldn't care less about AI.
Right, me too. All right, I think that's all for pop culture, but we're not ended yet. Karena
Oh.
kita masih ada games and also Q&A. But right
I
now we
love
wanna play some games.
games. I love
Jadi
games.
our crew behind the scene is gonna like bakalan kasih kita pertanyaan.
Okay.
And also kita harus react to that question with chop or tense.
Oh,
chop,
shit.
Chop if you do not agree with it.
Yeah.
And also like tense if you agree.
Okay.
With the whatever question, whatever statement that
Yeah.
our crew is gonna throwing at us.
Okay.
All right. So let's start.
Thank you.
Thank you so
darling.
much.
This is so cute.
Yeah, this is so CUNT.
Right. So see you and
This is- this
see
is
you
like-
next Tuesday.
Yeah, this is like we are in the
Ballroom.
What like ballroom and also like in Madonna concert like last
Yeah.
several years ago
Yeah.
when she was on stage. Yeah. Okay, so go on with the question.
Oke, first question.
Mm-hmm.
TikTok sudah membunuh konsep lagu yang bertahan lama.
Membunuh konsep lagu yang bertahan lama. Chop, I think for me ya.
Sorry.
What
I'm
was your
sorry.
reason?
My
huh?
reason?
Uh-huh.
I feel like right now with TikTok, everything goes by so fast.
Okay.
Kayak even in fashion, dari
Yeah.
point of view fashion ya, micro trends right now they evolve rapidly. Kayak dulu itu tuh cycle trend itu tuh bisa setahun 2 tahun. Right now di dalam jangka waktu 3 bulan tuh ada
months?
strawberry girl or like fucking kayak ada
Interesting.
terminologi akal-akalan baru gitu.
Yeah.
Jadi
Yeah. I respect
I think
your
so.
answer though, but for me it's a chop.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Karena kayak TikTok is just like I said before, like it's kind of like ruining the whole thing gitu.
Right.
Yeah, so
right.
for me it's a chop. Next question.
Oke, next question. Sekarang lagu viral lebih penting daripada lagu bagus.
lagu viral. Yeah, it's still for me it's also it's a chop.
Job.
Yeah, I don't listen
Good
to
art matters.
Yeah, I don't listen to many viral songs except it's good enough like Zara
Wait.
Larsson.
Do you have any blacklisted viral songs that you don't like?
Viral songs. Oh, blacklisted. Oh, yeah, I have several.
Wait, can you name it?
No.
Do you want to?
I could not say that because the fans are gonna jump me for
Oh,
for
right.
it.
Let's
But-
keep it cute.
But for me ya, aku bisa mention sih beberapa.
Apa?
Like some of the Chris Brown song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a chop for him. Okay, next question.
Musisi baru sekarang lebih susah breakout dibanding 5 tahun lalu.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
But I think this is a very nuanced question though. Kayak, I think tadi kita ngomongin juga kan.
Iya,
It takes
benar.
longer. It
takes
takes longer.
time.
I would say it takes longer. I don't think it's necessarily harder though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, tense.
Tense.
I do agree. I do agree on that.
Next
Next.
questions. Kontroversi masih jadi strategi marketing yang efektif.
Yeah, it's still for me. It's a chance for me. I
No,
can
but-
name several artists that has controversial, like before they're launching their singles or their era.
Really?
Yeah, like Katy Perry.
Oh, yeah,
with
right.
Woman's World, that's so freaking controversial.
Wait, but as a fan, what do you think about it?
Okay.
Wait. No,
For
I
me,
wanna
like
know.
I think she was ahead of her time, but I do not like the way she collaborated back with her old like producer.
Producer that we
I do not
won't
like that.
name.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's kind of. But I think she's kind of knew it from the beginning
Yeah.
when she created that record.
Yeah.
When she like come back with her old producer.
Right.
Yeah. So it's kind of like she knew what she coming.
But
yeah.
you want to know my take
Yeah.
on controversy?
Of course.
Because literally my favorite artists are Madonna and Gaga.
Uh-huh.
I feel like there is a way for you to create controversy. I feel like ada yang namanya kontroversi yang sengaja.
Yang bagus.
Yang bagus, ada juga yang basically
Nggak
itu
bagus.
PR stunt.
Yes.
Like I feel like with Madonna and Gaga and the likes of them, their controversies are very, very, very planned,
Yeah.
and also ada good reasoningnya juga. Kayak for example, Madonna di tahun 80-an, she was an advocate for AIDS.
Yeah, she is.
Kayak itu tuh di tahun itu tuh masih tabu
Still
banget.
tabu banget.
It was so taboo. Jadi kayak kayak she's an advocate for a lot of like causes that were very taboo
Yeah,
to talk about.
Talk about, yeah. Or even like people are like kayak stigmanya tuh kenceng banget di tahun
Yeah.
80 90. Or even like people don't want to touch you if you like in the certain community, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jadi kayak I feel like if your controversy came with a good cause, I feel like it could work on your behalf.
Yeah. Okay, so next question.
Oke, next question. Lagu yang dibuat AI masih bisa punya nilai artis.
Oh hell no. Girl, it's an easy question.
I don't give a fuck about it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. And you can tell.
Yeah,
Kita
you
tuh
can
bisa
tell.
tahu gitu loh.
like
itu tuh kayak
lyrically,
AI.
and also like
Yeah,
sound?
sponsored by ChatGPT. Yeah.
like we knew.
It's a chop.
It's a chop.
We don't condone it here. Sorry.
All right, next.
Question. Semua lagu sekarang terdengar mirip.
Oh yeah.
Really?
People do samples
Actually,
a lot. Yeah.
No. Karena kayak you know a TikTok song when you heard it. So
And also like a lot of these younger or even like current artists samples a lot of the melody or music like from the 90s, like you know what I'm talking about, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are
Are we tired though?
No, we're not.
No. Are we tired of the samples?
Oh, as long as it's not like the same kayak apa ya? Not too obvious gitu loh.
Yeah,
For me,
yeah.
But we kind of tired.
There's always a way to do it. There's always
Yeah.
a way to sample a song yang
Yeah.
bagus.
But if you like come out like original, like we appreciate you more gitu. Karena kan it takes like a lot of creativity and
Yeah.
also like work to do it.
And
gitu.
also you can be original like while sampling. Menurut aku kayak kalau diolah lagi tuh bisa banget kayak
Bisa lebih luas,
wow, it's
yeah.
that song. You know. So yeah.
Yeah, next question.
Oke, semua artis sekarang dipaksa punya lore.
Punya lore. What's a lore?
No, like a lore is like apa ya? Lore itu tuh cerita gimana kamu
Oh.
tuh sebagai orang tuh apa sih? Is it
Okay.
atau kayak are you talking about like the lore kayak ada kayak Luna, like Luna for example, like
Yeah, something like that.
the band has like a lore kayak ada ceritanya gitu.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry, not everything. Not everything has a story. I'm sorry. Mind you, I'm an advocate for artists. Cuman kayak menurut aku,
Yeah, it's not everything about
you can
story.
keep it cute. You can
Yes.
keep it cute. You can keep it cute.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Next.
Last question.
All right.
Artis sekarang terlalu sibuk mengejar algoritma.
Algoritma. Yeah, I agree.
But it's understandable. Aku ngerti.
If you don't catch up with the algorithms right now, like you're gonna left behind.
You're cooked, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as long as you're still focused, as long as your main focus is still your music.
Yeah, your project
Go
and
ahead.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
We support
Milk
you.
that song, girl. Like, we support you.
All right, I think that's all for our games, and now we're gonna moving on to Q&A. I think we have like fishbowl over
Oh,
there. Can you hand it over here?
There you
Thank
go.
you so much. Alright, jadi kita punya beberapa pertanyaan dari netizen yang udah kita open question di Instagram, and we're gonna
Oh.
answer their
we're gonna
question.
reach out. Oh,
yeah. So we're
I'm
gonna,
excited.
There's some like lucky netizen that get picked their question. Oh shoot. Where is it? Di mana sih?
You have to reach
Oh my
it.
god, yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, it's deep.
Girl. It reminds me of something. Ooh. Girl, where is it?
I'm gonna use this as a
Oh
prop
my
now.
God.
I'm gonna use it.
Where is it? Oh my god, can you like help me for it?
Okay, I can. I'll have to roll my sleeve.
Oh my god. I think we just,
I am very sorry. I'm spilling everything.
it's okay. Girl,
Nope.
where is it? Oh my god.
Is it in?
Apakah kalian di sini ada masukin nggak
Ay,
sih?
dalam. Demi apa sih? It's just, it kept on
Should we
spilling out.
Should we like spilling out already? Like
Just do
uh-huh,
that.
It's like make it messy. Yeah, it's okay. We have found one.
We
question.
found one.
Do you want to read it or me? Okay,
Please.
go ahead.
Oh, it's upside down. Right.
Okay, can you,
Do I read the username?
yeah, you have to read the username ya. Dari apa? Terus pertanyaannya apa?
No, I'm trying to read the. I hate.
yeah, that.
Okay,
that
from
username.
From the lovely I hate stupid bitch.
Uh-huh.
Apakah Hibdut bisa jadi fenomena lanjutan atau cuma hit sementara, Min?
I think it can.
I think so.
Bisa.
I
Hibdut.
fuck with it.
Yeah. I think
No.
we need to bring back like centil hibdut right
Yes, yes. Actually, kayak menurut aku, okay, kita kan lagi ngomongin branding.
now. Yeah.
One of the artists that I really love right
Who?
now, yang I'm a big fan of, is actually Naikila.
Yeah.
I
We
love
love
her.
her.
I love her so much.
Uh-huh.
Karena I hope I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Cuman the other day I saw a video of like the people attending her concert.
Uh-huh.
They're all dressed like her.
Oh,
Ngerti nggak sih?
really?
They
Because she has a strong like brand identity.
Yes, she has such a
Wow.
strong kayak way of dressing. Kayak
Uh-huh.
when you think of her, you already know,
Yeah.
you know, like tooth gems and also vibrant hair, you know,
Uh-huh.
and experimental makeup. I feel like she is such a fresh beacon of hope in
Yeah.
today's
In the Indonesian music industry right now.
stratosphere. You know,
Yeah.
along with many other artists, many other amazing
Yeah,
artists.
I
But
agree.
Hipdut is here to stay.
Uh-huh.
We love it. We yearn more for it.
Uh-huh.
And
yeah.
yeah, and I'm very excited to see kayak itu berkembangnya jadi apa Hipdut itu.
Is there any like beside Naikila, is there any like any artist in Indonesia like genre-nya tuh kayak hibdut sih? Is there
I-
like a male version of it?
Ada
Siapa
Novel
sih?
Syahraza.
Oh yeah, he is.
Like he is also making Hipdut juga.
Uh-huh.
I think they're in like one collective, no? Anti-normal.
yeah.
But I do know that Naikila has a lot of sons. I think she's that
Yeah.
influential. I feel like she started something new and she's very successful at it.
Yeah. Okay, I think we have to find another question. Where is it? Oh, here's the one.
Oh,
Yes.
it's buried there.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Oh, do you want to open it? This time?
Yeah, sure. All right. Let me see who is.
I wanna know the usernames.
Uh-huh.
I'm very intrigued about
Oke.
the usernames.
Jadi ini dari @handy.
Oh,
Dia nanya nih, bahas indie pop di masa sekarang dong, Ming. Indie pop.
indie pop.
I don't really know about indie pop, but I know for sure about pop. Indie. Indie is like a.
So I feel like, I
sure.
think you are referring to like indie artists. I would say I think indie pop is actually quite. It's still thriving. I feel like indie pop is still thriving. It's just that they have a very niche audience aja.
Yeah.
I would say, but
It's not like a mainstream genre, you know.
Yeah, and it's not for everyone, but
Yeah.
I feel like they're doing great. I feel
Yeah.
like they're doing great.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Is there any also other question? All right.
Okay, I'll open it.
There's
this
still
time.
another one question.
Oh, I just revealed it.
Oh, nobody can read it from far
No.
away from the camera.
I hope not.
What is it? Apa?
I love this. No,
Uh-huh.
what's their username?
Dari siapa?
Chena Ania. Chena Ania,
Uh-huh.
I love you for asking this question.
Mm-hmm.
Bang. Who you calling Bang?
Oh my god.
Anywho, Bang, kok nggak pernah bahas isu satanis lagi? Kayak
Oh
misalkan
yeah,
artis yang baru
Satanic
join.
Legend, yeah. Yeah, tense.
Listen.
We need to bring back Satanic.
Listen.
Oh girl.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Sapunya di mana nanti aku. Listen, if you were never called a Satanist, if you were never
Yeah.
been accused of being
Doing
in the
satanic-
Illuminati,
Yeah.
you are not making it as an artist. I'm sorry. Itu tuh kayak tried and true. Kayak every good artist has that.
Yeah.
So it's a 10.
I agree.
And yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like okay with that also kayak menurut aku tuh it's just people are not exposed to many forms of art and expressing yourself that they just
Limited themselves.
yeah, dan mereka tuh kayak mengkategorikan different bad Satan
Yeah.
that artist gitu loh. So
Yeah, I think we need to bring back like satanic allegation to the music industry, not just music industry, like
yes.
in art form in general.
Yes.
Karena satanik tuh kayak we need. Lu inget gak sih kayak tahun-tahun 2000 waktu kita masih kayak kecil-kecil kayak SMA
Go to hell
sekolah
Lady Gaga.
Yes, when people like doing
They were doing this. It says "Go to Hell, Lady Gaga" with her face from
Yeah.
Poker Face. Terus kayak gitu dicoret gini.
When was that? Kayak pas protes ya?
Itu 2011. So it was the Born This Way ball. I really wanted to come, tapi udah keburu di boycott. Jadi
Yeah.
kayak
It was bad at that time karena
We
kayak
did went to
ormas
hell, Gaga.
masih ada at that time.
Yeah.
Gitu. And also like I kind of like miss when the era when people like doing board stuff like kayak like reverse the music video.
Oh,
And also
yeah.
like they were Hail Satan like oh my god that's
ada
fucking
yang Beyonce.
iconic.
Have you seen the Beyonce
Yeah,
one?
I
The single
saw it.
The single ladies one. It was so funny.
It's like Hail Satan.
yeah, Hail Satan, the world will bow to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. So is there another
any
question? I think this is the last one.
that's the last one.
Oh, let me read it.
Pressure nih,
Yes.
siapapun ini,
You already
because
read it.
to follow up to that question would be hard.
Okay. This is from @Meikara. Thank you for asking the question. Dia bilang international music industry kayaknya makin absurd ya kak. Do you agree?
What, like in what way? Mikara.
Absurd.
No, like in what way? No,
Maybe
yeah.
kayak dia ngerasa kayak terlalu banyak vision mungkin. That's why she said I don't know ya, ini cewek cowok ya. Tapi kayak
Right.
mungkin absurd tuh kayak mungkin visionnya terlalu kemana-mana mungkin.
Okay.
That's why they asking that question. I think so.
Okay. Well,
What do you think? Mungkin
I think-
absurd in general aja lah ya.
like,
Kalau
yeah, I don't like context clues matter. I don't know in what context is it absurd, but if you are talking about how sekarang a lot of things are going on, well, I think it's because you are now overexposed to a lot of things with your algorithm.
Yeah.
So yes and no, it is absurd. It has always been absurd, but it doesn't mean a bad thing.
yeah,
I
I
would say.
agree. Alright, I think that's all for our session of Q&A. Jadi kita udah bahas banyak banget nih tentang pop culture gitu. Tapi dari episode kali ini apa sih message yang lo maybe like trying to tell the world, maybe yang nonton di sini kayak maybe like how to navigate themselves in this industry gitu, in general gitu loh.
Oh, that's a loaded question. Because honest to God, even I'm still trying to navigate myself
we
towards
are,
the industry.
we all are.
But, and I think this has always been my motto, basically, is just to stick to your gut and trust your vision and work very hard, work tirelessly, and always fight for the truth. That's it.
All right. I think that's wrap up our episode for today. And also, like, where do you people can find you? Like,
Oh, right.
Drop your.
Well, you can find me. You can find me on Instagram,
Yes.
Arvin Kaysan, and also
Yeah,
you
so
can-
many iconic collection about her.
Stop. I hope so. I hope more in the making. But also,
Yeah.
you can find my work in Kaysan _3_. I love underscores, by the way. That's also a good artist.
Alright, I think that's all. Terima kasih buat nonton kalian di podcast Unexplained kali ini, and see you guys on our next episode. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming over.